Hello, and welcome to Life of a Boss, the podcast, hosted by entrepreneur, public speaker, and mentor, Jason Hardin. This podcast is all about helping audiences create and reach their own definition of success through positive thinking, perseverance, and personal development. Having survived extreme obstacles from an early age, such as cancer, poverty, abuse, family dysfunction, and even homelessness, Jason has learned how to master the art of resilience and defy all odds to become the boss he is today. So, get ready for some serious game and remember to keep an open mind. Now, without further delay, here is your host, Jason Hardin.
Yo. As always, it is me, your host, Jason Hardin, and this is another wonderful episode of Life of a Boss, the podcast, where it's all about creating your own definition of success and living your own definition of success through positive thinking, perseverance, and above all else, personal development. That's all we do here is try to help you get the tools and understand the tools that's required to get better. Because it's all about creating a better self. That's all we want to do here is help you create the best you that you can create. You know, that's it. That's all. If I do that, my job is done. If one of you comes out better, if one of you takes heed to anything I say and improves in any way, I am satisfied. I am happy. I will go to bed at night thinking I changed the world. Because change your mind, you'll change the world if you change it for the better. All right? See how that works, man? It's always for the better. Anyway, speaking of changing for the better, man, today's episode is all about fresh starts. It's all about how to make the most out of starting over. And for those that don't know, man, I've started over so many times. I went to 19 different elementary schools. If you can imagine that, always being the new kid, always having to start over with friends and popularity and acceptance and all that, going through that 19 times as an elementary student, not junior high, not high school, as a youngster, as a very young kid, that I think of all the times I had to start over. And this is why, this is the foundation of how I learned how to start over. So I've had practice. It's not I went through something once and I'm like, man, I'm the master of starting over. No, I've had lifelong practice. I've had to start over and how to see it and how to make the most of it. So take heed. Anyway, also, I had relationships that failed and I've had to start over. So I've had careers, there were things that I've had that I used to enjoy doing that I couldn't do anymore. And I had to start over. You know what I'm saying? So I know all about starting over. And I also know all about how to use starting over to catapult yourself to that next level. See, one thing I can honestly say that for the last, let's say maybe 10, 15 years, every time I had to start over, it was better. I came out of it better than when I went in it. And sometimes it was it took a dip in my progress. It wasn't just a straight line up. I'm like stock when I rise. I rise like this. You know what I'm saying? Ups and downs all the way up. That's what success is, man. That's what the life of a boss is. Understanding and knowing that to get to the top or to get to the next level, it's ups and downs involved. Just like a stock that makes $1 million overnight, man, for somebody. It was ups and downs involved. Even if it was just one day. There was ups and downs. The stock prices change so much and fluctuate so much in one day. You wouldn't imagine. That's what creates all these day traders. And for those that don't know about it, it's the people that buy when it's high and sell it when it's low by the minute. Sometimes by the seconds. That's what pattern day trading is. I know that because I've done that. Like I said, I know all about ups and downs. So I know all about the benefits of starting fresh and how to do that. And one of the first tips I can give you to make the best of starting over is to always go into whatever that situation is with a positive attitude. I don't know, it could be the most negative reason to start over. You might have just got divorced. You might have just lost somebody dear to you. You might just be shipped off to some far away terrible place because you're in the military and you got to start over for a minute. You know, any situation can happen. We don't have control over the world, but we have complete control over us. We have complete control over what we think and say to ourselves. So when you're going into a situation, when you know you're going to have to start over, man, it helps to go into it with the best attitude. With the best attitude, not oh man, it's gonna be the worst thing. It's like, no, it's gonna be the best thing that ever happened to me. You have to think like that. Those going into the pandemic, those that went into, oh, it's gonna kill my business, it's gonna do this, it's gonna do that, it's gonna make me homeless, it's gonna all that negative stuff, man, it probably did happen to them. But if they'd have stayed positive, like, man, this is gonna be the best year my business ever had. I'm gonna make the most money I ever did. I'm gonna do the most. I'm gonna write the most. I'm gonna record the most content. I'm gonna write the most books or pages. I'm gonna do something with this situation, and that's what you have to do. That's how a boss thinks. That's the mentality of a real boss, of a bona fide boss. That's the game. But you have to start there. You have to know that. You have to understand that that's true. Your attitude is everything almost. I don't even know if everything almost makes sense, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, my second tip is to live one day at a time. Nothing will age you faster than trying to live more than one day at a time. Stress is a silent killer, man. Make you lose your hair, make you go gray, make you get out of shape, man. Stress, you know, of trying to live more than one day at a time, trying to live tomorrow. Trying to respond to what's gonna happen tomorrow and next week and next month, and not in a prepared kind of way, but just always responding to, like, man, them days ain't even thinking about you, and you gotta know it. You gotta understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, quit trying to live so far into the future. It's one day at a time. You want to prepare, you want to plan as well as you can, but you can't live more than one day at a time. So only live one day at a time. Be in the moment. Be in the now. What can I control now? Because if I'm trying to think about tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day, I'm not fully present now, and something might slip. Something might slip by me. Something might slip through my hands and my fingers. Something might slip. I might slip. Because I'm not paying attention to what's happening now. So when you're going through a situation and you know you're going to have to start over, man, live in the moment. What can I make out of what's going on right now? Damn what I'm going to have, damn what I'm not going to have, damn what I got to do later. I know all that stuff, but I don't even have to think about that now. What can I do now? Next tip, control your reactions. I had to learn to control my reactions to the things I was going through. You know, sometimes when you're young or you're immature, sometimes you don't got to be young. So, sorry, kids, you ain't got to be young, because I'm sorry to put that on y'all. But sometimes when you're immature, you know, because there are a lot of adults and old people that can be in this category. When you're immature, you don't have control, or you think you don't have control over your reactions. You think that what's going on is a license to do something that is destructive, self-destructive, hurtful, harmful, negative, and it's not. It's not. You can't go to court and say I was mad. I killed him because I was mad. I beat her up because I was mad. That is not a defense. That is not one that's going to get you free. So know that your reactions is very important. There is no excuse for your reactions. There's no, you have to choose the best ones. See what I'm saying? And if you don't know what the best ones are, don't react. Don't do anything. Don't respond. Sometimes you have to sit on your hands and shut up and process something before you can respond to it in a healthy way. So not everything needs your reaction, and it damn sure doesn't need a negative reaction. And one of those negative reactions is going into a new situation with a poor attitude. Don't let a poor attitude be one of your reactions to something. Don't let blame be a reaction to something. You know what I'm saying? Don't let anything negative be your first reaction. And I'm not saying you can't think about it. I'm not saying it won't cross your mind. Because sometimes like the first thing that might cross your mind is like, man, I wish I could beat this motherfucker's ass. You know what I'm saying? But you don't do it. You're not supposed to do it. You know what I'm saying? You just don't take off on everybody that pisses you off and makes you upset. But it's not unhealthy to feel that anger. It's not unhealthy to be upset. That's not the unhealthy part. The unhealthy part is choosing to do something because you're upset. To do something harmful, hurtful, destructive, bad, negative, incorrect. Just because you're upset. You have control over that. So use that control. Use that control. Next thing is practice patience. I learned to practice patience every time I went into a new situation. I knew how to just, you know what? Let me see where this goes. You know, and it took a long time to develop that. You know, I wasn't always patient. Man, I want friends now. I want to be happy now. I just moved to a new place. I want to be satisfied now. I want a new crew now. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that never came. There were places where I went to schools where I never made a friend. I didn't have the chance to. I was there maybe 6 months, maybe 3 months. I never went to there was only one elementary school, well actually two. My 5th grade, my 6th grade, and those were two different schools. I went each for a full year. I never went to a school for a full year until 5th grade. 5th grade was the first time I ever went to one school for a whole year, and it was Tamarisk Elementary up in Palmdale, California. And yeah, I remember that. And I moved after that year. And then I went to was it Terrace Hills? I went to Terrace Hills. I think it was Terrace Hills. I don't know what that Grand Terrace Elementary, and I think I went to Terrace Hills Junior High. Or was it Terrace View? I don't remember, but those are the first two schools I ever spent more than 1 year at. So I know all about being patient, man. I've learned and developed the need to be patient, you know, and not just the need, the discipline to be patient. Because we all need to be patient, but very few of us have the discipline to be patient. And having discipline to be patient means not being upset, not rushing, not being anxious or worried or upset because things aren't happening now. You know, that's being disciplined and patient. You know, controlling all the negative thoughts and all the unhelpful thoughts that you have while you're having to wait. You know, like allowing your time to do you and not doing your time. You know, you got to be patient and you got to make the most of being present. All right. Next, I took on new hobbies and activities and challenges. You know, when you're going to a new situation, man, since you're going into a new situation, might as well go in with that new perspective, that new, not persona, but that new, you know, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to learn, like, man, make that a part of this newness. You move to a new area, man, learn to make new friends. You know, be around new people, take a new hobby, or do something that you've always wanted to do. You know, you move to a new area, man, and you wanted to get into archery, or you wanted to, you know, join a book club, man, there's so many things. Do something just totally new. Go to the gym and join a fitness class where you can meet people. You know what I'm saying? Or just go into the gym. You move to a new place now. You know what the hell? I'm gonna go to the gym every day. You know, make a new habit. You know, take on new activities. Challenge yourself. You know, take on a new challenge. Like, man, I moved to a new place, a new city, man. I'm gonna drop 20 pounds. You know, I'm gonna start dropping. I'm gonna drop. Oh, you know what, man? I'm no longer gonna eat meat. You know, I lost my girlfriend and she's gone and I'm starting over. You know what? I'm no longer gonna eat meat. I'm gonna take on that challenge. I'm gonna become vegan. You know, but I'm just saying, the point is, like, when you enter a new situation, take on a new challenge, take on a new hobby, because these things are gonna not just take your mind off having to be somewhere else or having to adapt to a change. It's going to keep you in a positive state of mind. It's going to keep you creating. It's going to keep you productive. It's going to keep you stimulated in a positive way, instead of sulking and mad and being upset because you're in a new situation. So think about that. Take on new challenges, hobbies, and activities. And meet new people. I already said that, man. Meet new people. You know, go to the library. Go to wherever it is that already brings you interest. Man, don't go to the club, man. You ain't gonna see, you ain't gonna have. But if that's your life, man, if that's gonna help you get out that box and become comfortable where you're at, man, by all means, go to the club. But go to a class, take a class, go to a school. You know what I'm saying? A junior college, a college, something around to keep you around people. There's plenty of great ways to meet new people, but try to meet them in positive places. Go to conferences, business mixers. And if you can't find out where these things are, man, look them up online. Business mixer near me. Comic book group near me. Tech group near me. Meetup.com. Meetup.com is a bunch. There are a bunch of places and reasons. It's a resource for a bunch of places and reasons for people to meet up. So you'll always find groups to belong to or to check out on meetup.com, and they meet physically. I don't know what they've done since the pandemic. I'm pretty sure some of them meet physically. If not, they Zoom. Whatever it is, man, meet new people. If you're in a new situation, meet new people, try to make new friends. And it's not about making new friends. It's really about interacting. You know what I'm saying? Interacting with other people from or in different situations. And that might help put your situation in a better perspective. Another thing. Become willing to change. When you got to get put in a new situation, when you got to live a new kind of way, if you got to adapt, be willing to change. Don't go into a new situation thinking, I don't do this, I don't do that, I've never done this, and I'll never do that. Nah. Go into situations knowing you can change, that you can adapt, and give yourself permission to change. Know that it's okay to be different. Don't think that you ain't being true to yourself just because you got to become a better person or a different version of yourself. Just because you got to improve or change in an area. Still know that that's being true to you. Knowing when to change is being real to yourself. And it's some boss shit to do. So be willing to change. Always be willing to change. Forgive yourself and others. Sometimes when we go into a new situation or we have a new situation thrust upon us, we want to blame somebody. We want to blame others. Man, she put me in this position. Man, she left. It's her fault. Man, they died on me. Man, that's their fault. Why couldn't they stay healthy? Why couldn't I do better? Man, why couldn't I make a better decision? Why? Man, I knew that I was messing up. I knew. Man, so we like to put blame on people. And it's okay to understand who played parts in situations, but it's not okay to put blame on people and just leave it there. You gotta forgive yourself and you gotta forgive others, because bringing all that blame and hatred with you into new situations ain't gonna make you top notch in that new situation. All that baggage ain't gonna make you light on your feet in the next situation. So leave all that baggage alone. Leave it all back in your old situation. Forgive people, man. That's what I'm saying. It's just so important to forgive people, yourself included, man. Forgive. Learn the art of forgiving. Learn the art of forgiving, man. Look it up, the art of forgiving, man. Google it. I don't even know what's going to pop up, but something's going to teach you how to forgive. It's so important, man. We don't do it for others, man. We do it for ourselves. We have to, man, if you're selfish and you want to feel better and you hate forgiving because you think it shows that you're a sucker or it is admitting being wrong. No, man. Forgiving, man, be selfish. Forgiving is healing, is wanting to heal and be a better person and all that and better yourself. So forgive out of selfishness. Don't think you're doing something for the next person, to the person you blame. Know that it's doing something for you. I know some of us just don't want to forgive because we don't want to think we're helping or admitting the other person is right. But in all actuality, forgiving someone only helps you. Forgiving yourself only helps you. Sometimes you just want to be like, man, I blame myself, so I'll never make that mistake again, man. You can forgive yourself and never make that mistake again. You can absolutely forgive yourself and never be in that situation again. So don't think forgiving yourself is always going to put you back. Don't think forgiving yourself means you didn't learn something. You can learn something and never, have to go through that again. You can, man, learning keeps you from going. Forgiving yourself and healing will be more likely to help you stay out of this situation than never forgiving yourself. You can never forgive yourself from being the same shit. So that ain't what's gonna heal you, and that's not what's gonna protect you. Not forgiving yourself is not gonna protect you from making that mistake again. You have to forgive yourself. All right, so forgive others and forgive yourself, man. That's one of the things I want you to do if you get stuck in a new situation. Lastly, lose attachments. Sometimes that's hard, man, and a lot of these have to do with attachments. Sometimes we attach ourselves to blame. Sometimes we attach ourselves to old activities. Sometimes we attach ourselves to bad attitudes. But we have to sum all that up, we have to lose those attachments. We have to know when to change. We have to know when to change our attitude. We have to know how to occupy our time in a different way. We have to, you know what I'm saying? We have to lose our attachments to everything we thought we knew, everything we thought we believed, everything that's just not working. Lose attachments to what's not working. If you want to know what to lose an attachment to, lose it to what's not working. Detach yourself from negative people, negative situations, negative things, and negative places. Detach yourself from everything that isn't propelling you to that next level. All right? Anyway, I love y'all. I took up way too much time, but man, it's just important to me, man. It's just important to me. It's important to me that I help others be able to learn and understand the benefits of having to start over, because we all have to do it at some point. We're all going to lose someone we care about at some point. We're all going to be in a different employment situation, or a different financial situation, or a different housing situation at some point. Whether it be a good one or a bad one, whether it be a good reason or a bad reason, whether we're moving up or moving down, nothing stays the same on this planet. So the earlier and the quicker and the better you can deal with change and adapt to it and use it to propel you to that next level, man, the more successful you'll be, the better boss you'll be, and like I said, you will achieve and live your definition of success. But you have to learn how to make the best of a new situation. All right, like I said, man, taking up too much of your time, man. I love y'all. Please check out the new website, lifeofaboss.net. Man, the book is coming out, man. Check out Life of a Boss, Creating and Living Your Own Definition of Success. The book, it's available for pre-order right now. It's going to be digital and print. Amazon, Kindle, man. I'm going to put it out on everything because I want everybody to check it out. My first book I ever wrote, man. If I can do it, you can too. Anyway, I love y'all. I'm going to let y'all go now because I hate long goodbyes.
Did anything stand out to you in today's show? If so, let us know. Your questions, comments, and concerns are important to Jason, as he is determined to always deliver to you only the most impactful information and content. Until next time, please subscribe, like, comment, share, and leave a review whenever possible. You may visit lifeofaboss.net for more episodes and great resources to help you become the absolute boss that you were meant to be. You can also follow Jason on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Hardin. Thank you. And never forget that success is a lifestyle.